Hi folks, Sunday morning, hope you're all well. Massey Dave here, off on a little road trip. Just been to the workshop and chucked a few tools in the back of the van, and my trusty spray flat board to lie on. Going down to see a friend who's got a 1200, got a fifth wheel on the back, and yeah, link arms don't want to go up and down. So he's been badgering me, can I come and have a look? I said to him, right, yeah, Sunday morning, be there about 8 o'clock. So hopefully have the bacon butties on the go. So let's get down, see why he's not working. I don't know. We'll have a look when we get there. So yeah, let's chew the miles. Well, we're in here. I've been told to drive it all around and put it in the shed. So yeah, got it started, but it took a little time for the oil to get up to get the steering working. It was like, oh, there's nothing happening. And then all of a sudden it picked up and it's okay. Well, brakes work, that's something. As you can see, got a fifth wheel on the back there, so take her down the road. Very bouncy, I think there's some play in the pins on it. The revs die down, the steering does drop back a little bit, gets a bit lumpy. I don't want to drain all the oil out, but I want to take enough out to get that cover plate off, so we'll just take one bolt out and drain it down to a level that is manageable. Then we can take that off and see when we operate the cables on the lever if it's actually operating the pump. If it is, it might be block filter, could be pumps at it. If it's not operating the lever on the pump, then it's the linkage in the top cover that is seized up and not doing its job, so that'll be top cover job off. But we've got a fifth wheel in the way. Yeah, we'll just see what develops. The problem on this, it's on the actual yoke pump that I think the spring on the valve inside is gone and the lever won't stay one way or another. You can use it manually, put my finger on it, it does work and the arms go up and down, but we're gonna have to split it. But we did that, how many years ago we did it?
3 or 4, that's all.
Yeah, split it a few years ago, do some oil leaks and pivot pins and that. So yeah, it should come apart. So job for another day. He's going to get the fifth wheel off and a few other bits undone, and we'll come back and pull it apart and we can do the PTO clutch at the same time. So that's it for today on this one. Beer o'clock. Well, a bit early yet. Anyway, as you see, fifth wheel. So we'll go and have a walk now and you'll see the trailer that's supposed to go on here. But in the meantime, that's got to come off and that's got to come apart. On the Shawnee Pool trailer to go behind the 1200 down there. But we got to fix it. But he needs it fixed to be able to hitch it up to get rid of the scrap that's in there. So yeah, no pressure, job on. Folks, Monday morning. Thank you for your comments and likes. Welcome to new subscribers. Yeah, bit of paperwork first thing this morning. I thought I'd just get round to, as soon as I've got the new bits for the old compressor down there, I'll get on and give that a quick service. So yeah, we've got a new filter there and gauze and a couple of things. So let's crawl in there and see what we can do on that little crosser down in the corner there. And see what the day brings. But yeah, not a bad weekend, so let's get going. So compressor's all serviced, just got to reset it, but putting the code in is a bit of a pain in the ass, so I won't worry about that on another day. Paperwork's done, so we're going to have a bit of a tidy up round here and see if we can get the front wheels and put those on and get it sat on its feet so it's a bit more yeah. Plus the fact we need to move it this way a little bit because I didn't put stands in the right place in the first place, but let's see how we get on. See if we can get it set on its feet.
Someone's getting down and dirty. Dirtier the smilier. Give it a clean for a moment. We haven't got to deal with these. I'm going to do that myself. I have 8 new tyres. I have 2 wheels sorted at the same time. So we'll give them a clean and put them on with the second one. Got the other one up here on the crane. It's going to be easier to move it around with that. So let's get it slithered in around here, around the corner, get on that side. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I've got my measurements about right. So it'll be just about right to fit on the axles. And what we're going to do is pick it up a little bit, take the stands out, be on its wheels.
That's 2 washed and on. What we're going to do now is get it lifted up and drop it on the floor. And then we can wiggle things around, get the back over and get those on. In the meantime, that's just died. Let it cool down, it might go again in a minute. Bloody thing. Well, it's like deja vu. Cleaning the back ones off. I'm going to stay out of the way because she got me a bit wet last time. So, yeah, I don't want to get soaked. Well, they're all on. 3 wheels on a 1200. Well, we've got the 2 frames that I made out. One very smiley apprentice because she had another good phone call today for a little boy. So yeah, progress, more progress. And we finally got this sat on the floor on its 4 wheels. I'll check the date when it was last like this, but can you remember when? No. It wasn't that long ago. So yeah, looking good. But I say, sorry about the wheels, but the customer wants to do those himself because he's having new tyres and that for his dual wheels. So yeah, that's a good show today. Pleased with that. Folks, it's Tuesday morning. So I'm down here, just got the crane hooked up on the front axle of this. We're going to have a shifty around, move it over a little bit, get a bit more space so I can push it forward because we're going to need to spin the arse round to get the drive shafts in. So when I get this ready, I've then got a truck to go and get an MOT done. So a bit of a jolly out this morning. So yeah, let's get this squared up. It's up in the air, so now we can pull it around by hand. So we'll get that about where we want it there. So we've got a handy little line in the concrete, so we know that's going to be roughly square. So we can drop that down there and push it forward a bit. That should have enough room then to clear, hopefully, up the other end to swing the back round to do the drive shafts. So we've got the big air jack under the middle of there. Where the back end's up in the air. Pull that out the way. We should just be able to push this around the square. Oh, I've got a bit more. A little bit more. There we go. That's about right-ish. Come back a bit. So we're lined up. Now we can shove it forward and we get that, or drop it off the jack, shove it forward out the way, jack it up again, spin that full right lock, and we can get in there to do with those. There we go, just like that. That's what we need, full right lock, so we can get in there and hopefully get the 2 drive shafts on there. Anyway, trying to get tools in the truck and get ready to go for MOT. So we've got here for MOT. It looks like everything's running to clockwork today. So hopefully we won't be here too long, which will make a nice change. Get in and out, job done. Hopefully it'll pass. Got that one done. A couple of advisories, but she's going to sell it, so I'll leave that to make leave her to make the decision on that. That one's moved out the way, ready for Thursday morning. Then we're going to get the forklift in, have a look at that, and get these drive shafts put on the 1200. So it's a bit damp at the moment, so it'd be nice to do something in the dry. Well, hopefully the forklift is now fixed. Swap that over, fired up straight away. So yeah, that was the original one, but obviously it's had enough, so fingers crossed it works now. Anyway, back to the day job. If this thing starts properly. That's a damn sight better. Yeah, be cranking it over forever. Might pick up, but it's going now.
Happy days. Let's hope long may it last. So we've got the PTO on here. Got these shafts sliding in and out nicely, and the same with the drive one. Just got to clean up the splines in the end of there, and that one go in there. And, yeah, what are you doing anyway? Oh, you've got a long thing in your hand. Oh, it's for the steering column, isn't it?
Yes.
Clean that up, paint it up. There's a bit more progress for the cab. I'll keep plodding away on my hands and knees here with this lot. Well, after a bit of grunting and faffing and going, we finally got them in, but there is not a lot of room to do this. You've got to make sure these close up right the way up to get it shoehorned in. So I'm just having to jack the back up to spin the top drive shaft to get it lined up with the flange on there, because you can't turn that in because it's locked on the front axle, which is on the ground. PTO you can turn by hand. So yeah, we can get the bolts in and get the shims and the washers and nuts on that end. And so the next one's turned up for tomorrow morning. Good old Millfield with the other one. So yeah, we'll crack on with that tomorrow. I'll leave it there for now and go back to do something else. Anyway, in the meantime, I want to get this shaft in a position I can get in there to get the nut on it. So the only way to do it at the moment is have said big spanner and turn that a little bit. That one a bit more. Just keep turning this round until we got somewhere near where we want it. Oh, right, that's going the wrong way. Oh well, I'll get an apprentice to give me a hand. There we go. I can get in there now to get the spanner on the nut. After turning that about 500 times to get a quarter of a turn there. Anyway, time's got to be getting on. I suppose it's nearly time to go and get your kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least you had another promising phone call today, which is very good. So yeah, I think a shitstorm is happening. So yeah, like here. There we go. A good show there. One of my very special spanners I've made for the job. So we can get in there and get on that nut. Look at that. There's probably a special tool back in the day, some MF something blah blah blah. But you have to make stuff to do the job. So yeah, we'll get these whipped up. And that'll probably have to do for today, because time is going. Anyway, I'll put this down, tighten this up. Job's a good one. They're in there. So yeah, we can get this straightened out after we tidied everything up. Anyway, Land of Apprentice has been busy. Fiddling with, oh, bit for steering orbital plate for that. And your, oh, shaft. So yeah, I'll get this cleaned up, painted, and that can be fitted back over there. Hopefully it won't be long before that can go back on. There. Be looking the part then, wouldn't it? What say you? Big smile for the camera. Righto folks, well that's a wrap for another day. So yeah, thanks for watching. Do the old usual, click the old like and subscribe, or drop us a few comments, and yeah, hopefully it'll be another productive day tomorrow. Another truck due in shortly, or they'll drop it off, ready for, we'll have to get ready for next week. But yeah, it's been a bit of a 1200 overload of Sunday and yesterday and today, with a bit of truck in between. So yeah, I'm off home via Tesco's to get a bit of stuff for tea. So yeah, we'll catch you soon. Take it steady.